This renovation is a re-roofing project for a tile roof.
すんごいたるきだ。
Various things happen before the work is complete. There can be small mistakes or things that don't go as intended. Now, what kind of issues will we encounter this time? Let's start with the preparations for the work.
まずこの段差だね。これはあれだな。
ちょっと無理だね。
For the roof work, we need to ensure safe access over this corrugated panel.
ゴム動物を敷いて、
うん。
で、その上に合板並べてゴム動物。
We may temporarily remove the panel, but if possible, we'd rather not touch it. So, we'll set battens and place plywood over the panel to create a stable platform. Since this roof has a complicated structure, with tiles surrounded by sheet metal roofing, scaffolding won't be necessary. We'll add a ramp to this step, where we expect to be making many trips during the work. The aluminum ladder we bought previously is finally coming in handy here. These temporary installations are essential preparations before starting the work.
あ、ちょうどいいね。
よっしゃ。
後張り？歩き交換できないな。
The goal of this roofing project is to make the roof lighter and more durable.
屋根の状態を実際にめくってさ。よいしょ。
The client requested that the existing thin rafters be replaced with thicker material. However, if we make the rafters thicker, it could affect other parts of the structure. We remove the soil and peel away the cedar bark. Underneath, there is felt and sheathing. We'll peel back part of the roof to check the dimensions and spacing of the existing
直だ
rafters,
ね。
as well as the state of the attic.
リフォームしてんのかこれ。
過去に直しとるな。裏にめくれてきたからなんかもう一発いってない？
軒こっちだけ張ってる。いやで余計めくれんな。たるきは。
It seems that the eave ceiling in the verge area is as it was when
歩
originally
きを
built.
変えたいっていうのはおせっさんのご意向。
そうです。
それはなんで？
遅いから。
うわ。
歩きかきしてないのか。
Notching refers to a joint in the main beam to support the rafters. It appears that this roof has no notching for the rafters.
確認すんやな。
We'll check if the rafters are spaced at regular intervals.
2分ピッチで歩ける。
その次やな。
The rafters are installed at intervals of approximately 660 millimeters. Now, let's see how thick the rafters are.
40とかあるからね、たまにね。45か。
Let's go over the challenges of this project. The rafters supporting this roof's base are 45 millimeters square, which is quite thin. The client would like them replaced with 60mm or thicker rafters for more strength. So, is it even possible to replace them? Changing the rafter height means we'd also have to adjust the height of the fascia and the barge board. Additionally, if the eave sealing material is directly attached to the rafters, we would need to replace it as well. However, to replace the eave ceiling, we'd have to remove the corrugated panel and set up scaffolding. So, what's the plan? This time, we'll add new rafters of the same thickness between the existing ones. Since they're thin, we'll increase the strength by adding more. With a few days left until tile removal, we'll lay down a waterproof sheet as a temporary measure. We're putting the removed tiles back in place. The soil's been removed, so it's a bit uneven. Apologies to the workers who'll be removing the tiles later. The main walking area is now uneven.
すごく調子悪いな。
Just as we planned the tile removal, there was a forecast of the largest rainfall of the year. We wanted to postpone it, but due to the workers' schedules, rescheduling was challenging. The original plan was to remove the sheathing, but it looks like the weather will hold out until the evening, when the heavy rain is expected. If we remove the sheathing, water will accumulate on the blue tarp. So, today, we'll keep the sheathing in place, layer a thick blue tarp, and carefully prepare for the rain. We thought we were well prepared, but we made a mistake. A small ridge in the flashing blocked the rainwater, and it pooled on the blue tarp, making it look like a pool. Water seems to have entered the house through screw holes. They said a significant amount of water came through the ceiling in the extension area. The client kindly said, "Well, these things happen, but if the leak had been in the living room, it would have been much worse." Switching gears, we start bringing in materials. With power lines blocking the crane on the roadside, we carry all the materials in manually from the back road. After yesterday's heavy rain, today's weather is unexpectedly scorching. It's over 40 meters from the truck loaded with lumber. Even the strong lumberyard staff struggled with multiple trips in this heat. The sudden heat was exhausting, and we managed to carry only 6 rafters between 2 people. The lumberyard worker kept hauling alone, silently.
めっちゃ暑いね。やば。
こんな暑さやばいっしょ。何度だろう今日。
Today, it's 35 degrees with high humidity.
はい、おはようございます。今日、屋根替え工事です。大工さん4人来てもらったんで、
With 4
今日
carpenters
1
and
日でどこ
myself,
までできるか
we
分かり
aim
ま
to
せんけど
complete the roofing work in one day.
やっていきたいと思います。
これ見えたら乗りの上乗るやつ一番怖いわ。そこの件が。おいどれやろ？これもやで。よっしゃ。滑りそう。怖っ。
We'll start by removing the sheathing. We're peeling the boards from top to bottom. Doing it the other way makes retrieving the boards more of a hassle. Today, Kazu is handling both on-site tasks and overseeing the work. So, Kazu climbed up to the unstable area and gathered them all up. Since Kazu was casually tossing boards into the truck,
こんなもんすぐいっぱいあるやん。
Hiroshi ended up carefully restacking them all. Then, Mizutani accidentally stepped on a nail.
言うわな。じゃあ思いっきり叩かなあかんで痛いぐらい。痛いで嫌や。ほんと散らかるんやサインが。昔から何個じゃ俺も叩いたよ。
すんごいたるきだ。
Looking at them like this, they really do seem unreliable.
このたるきはあかんな。
Makes me want to replace all the old rafters. The new rafters we prepared this time are 4 meters and 3 meters, 45 millimeters square. We were concerned that the 4-meter wood might be a little short, so the plan was to join 3-meter pieces and half a 4-meter one on the main beam. After dismantling, we found that if we tolerate a slight gap, the 4-meter rafters would just barely reach. Kazu tried to minimize waste and do quality work, but it backfired.
3メーターと1500みたいな感じですよね。
The spacing of the existing rafters is 1 shaku, 2 sun, about 36 centimeters. So the additional rafters will go at 6 sun, about 18 centimeters intervals. The carpenters may sound like they're chatting casually, but while they're working, they're all actually listening to each other carefully. We'll use 4-meter rafters where the plywood joints are, and 3-meter rafters everywhere else. While Kazu was busy figuring things out, the work kept progressing rapidly.
だんだん伸びてきてるもん、こっちは。ふうさん、こっち切ったもう。むずい。むずいやん。
曲げやんといてよ。
ちょっとピュア狙いすぎたね。これ
余計大変や。
当たるかなと思って、まっすぐ引いたら。
そうやな。
ね。
あ、おっとるおっとる。
その角度で俺さっき全部どこの角度聞いてないけど。
この上上げてけへん。
これゼロに作ってたシーン撮ったの。それはそっちの方が強いと思います。違うよ、こっちからね。
Everyone here works so quickly. It's not just the speed of the work itself, but also the quick decisions and confident judgments that keep things efficient. Since we found parts without insulation, we'll take this opportunity to add some.
抜けてると全部抜けて決める。
鉄の上で全然いいや。木や。
これでいいよ。
Protruding nails from the old rafters would interfere with laying the plywood, so we'll either remove them or drive them in.
見てますね。
The additional
これおかしいね。
rafter installation is done. Next, we'll lay the plywood sheathing.
あのもちゃん。
あれぐらい斜めやでこれ。
これから5分。
その外面から5分にしようかな。
With the added lumber, nailing them all down is a bit more work, but we'll get it done. This time, we're using a portable power source for the compressor and even for charging the batteries. He probably didn't really want to do it. We found a missed screw. Even after doing 100 good tasks, this channel ensures that the one missed detail is definitely noticed. Tough standards here. The plywood sheathing has been fully installed. Before we lay the roofing membrane, we'll add soundproofing. This material is called billboard, used as an underlay to increase soundproofing and insulation. We'll lay it carefully to avoid overlapping with the joints of the plywood underneath.
そうやろ。じゃあ一寸五分だけ。やで、えらい前打っとんなと思って。清水さん出とるよ前。
ごめんなさい。
遠慮しすぎたな。
ごめんなさい。抜きます。
This roof will be finished with a Galvalume standing seam. Originally, we planned to use a horizontal metal roof, like Yokodan roof. But with insulation built into horizontal metal roofs, they aren't suitable for supporting solar panels, as they can cause dents. After that, lightweight tiles were considered, but due to various factors, they were ruled out. The sky is starting to look ominous. We need to finish laying the roofing membrane before the rain starts. The cordless dust extractor, which had mixed reviews until now, finally gets a chance to shine. We're moving on to laying the roofing membrane. Just a bit more to go. The laid-back boss carpenter is being urged along by the more efficient carpenters.
16時43分にただちょっと板金をさせるために板金の仕上げがまだかかりますので、無地で止めておきます。なんとか終わりました。板金屋さんにバトンタッチです。
We managed to finish the work before the rain. The next day, since it rained a bit overnight, we're using an infrared camera to check for any leaks. We can't afford to repeat the same mistake again. Our unsung hero on this channel, the reliable sheet metal craftsman, finished the work beautifully. He always completes the intricate flashing for roofing remodels flawlessly. With this re-roofing, the roof is now sturdier and about 2,800 kilograms lighter.
"チャンネル登録お願いします。ご視聴ありがとうございました。